kick it, Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett.
The yo bitch wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the What a Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Green Bay Packers rebuild here with the 2007-2008 mod. I'm super excited about it because we are coming off a Lombardi trophy. But we're also coming off of another mass exodus of talent because unfortunately I made a mistake and I couldn't pay some players. That's on me. It is what it is. But thankfully, we finally got a championship with Aaron Rodgers as our starting quarterback. That was the main goal that I wanted to do with this series, obviously, because we started back when Aaron Rodgers was still young and hadn't become the great player that he is in real life. Now we've kind of recreated that. Although it is a little bit later, he won his championship in 2010, 2011 in real life. We won ours in what, 2014, 2015, I think is when we won ours. So a few years later than when Aaron Rodgers won his in real life. But we've got a team that's set up for a dynasty, even though we lost all that talent last episode in the offseason. So I still think we've got dynasty potential with Aaron Rodgers as our quarterback. We are probably going to have to look for a new quarterback in the near future because Rodgers in Madden is now at that age where he's going to start to get a little bit worse every single year. So we're going to have to find out maybe a possible replacement. I don't think it's going to come in this class because this is the 2016 class. Carson Wentz, Jared Goff. I don't know if we're going to be in a position to get either one of those guys. We'll have to see. But we got to start our title defense here in this episode. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Hope you guys go and enjoy. If you do, leave it a like, and I will catch you guys at the start of the video. So it is the year 2015. We got to load in the 2016 draft class. I'm very excited to see how this team does without some of the pieces that we lost. Like we lost Rob Gronkowski, we lost Earl Thomas, we lost Jarrell Casey. Like we lost a few very, very crucial pieces to that championship team. But I feel like we have good enough depth to be able to counteract those losses. I don't know. I guess we'll find out, but I'm very interested to see, very excited to see what happens, and also very curious. Now, like I mentioned in the opening, the quarterback draft is really just these two, and then you've got, obviously, Dak Prescott down here in round 3 to 4. I'm going to put Dak on the list, but it's not going to be a guarantee that we even go after Dak. And then for Zeke and running backs, I'll put, obviously, Zeke. I'll put Derrick Henry on there, but it's really a 2 running back race in this class as well. This class isn't very deep, you could say. Wide receivers, it's a dreadful wide receiver class. Luckily, we aren't in the market for a big-time wide receiver, so we should be pretty comfortable with the people that we have, and maybe we grab a Tyreek Hill at the end. Who knows? Although I think out of every single rebuild that I've done, with every single draft class on these mods, I think Tyreek Hill might be the guy that I get the most, which is pretty funny. Just because he's so good and he's so undervalued because that's where he was in real life. It's just such an easy pickup. Tight ends, I mean, we did just lose Rob Gronkowski, so adding more depth would not be a bad thing. So I'll put the top 3 on the list. Offensive linemen, getting some of these guys would be pretty helpful, I would say. Cody Whitehair, maybe. He's about the only guard that I like. We know that Nick Martin is a pretty high overall in this class, but he's a normal development, and I don't like normal development offensive linemen. You guys know that. So center's probably going to be, I'm going to stay away from center, I would think, in this class. I'm probably going to stay away from all offensive line in this class, just because I know that there's not, I've done this 2016 class so many times, I know there's not that many good players in this class. And the ones that have a development trade are pretty low overall anyway, so I'll probably stay away from offensive line in this class, and I think we're pretty good at offensive line anyway. We can take a look at the team in a second. Defensively, though, DeForest Buckner could be a nice D tackle if we move him inside. Shaq Lawson, Jahad Ward maybe, Yannick Ngakoue even. Judon, we know, is star development, but he's like a 59, I think, or something like that. He's super, super low. And I don't really want to take the time to develop him into how good he is in real life. Bosa obviously would be great, but I don't think we're going to have a top 5 pick. I don't really know, though. Emmanuel Agba. I'll even put Noah Spence on there just because I like Noah Spence. D-tackle, Kenny Clark. I think I've only gotten Kenny Clark maybe once or twice in any of the rebuilds I've done with this draft class. I like Kenny Clark, but I never really have the opportunity to get him because he always goes like late first round, and I never have a chance to get him. Maybe this time's different. Maybe we can get Kenny Clark this time. Oh, Matt Ioannidis. He's star development, but he's a low overall. I'll put him on there. He could be a nice backup plan. Leonard Floyd. Deion Jones, we know, grows crazy in this game. So Deion Jones is certainly on my list of guys to grab. Even though linebackers I feel pretty comfortable with. The spot that we're in right now with linebackers. But, I mean, I'm never going to turn down Deion Jones, especially the way that he develops. Right outside linebackers, there's some good ones at the top, but nobody that's too crazy. Jalen Ramsey. We've gotten both of these guys before, Ramsey and Hargraves, and they both really, really develop. Well, obviously, we know Jalen Ramsey does because he's Jalen Ramsey. But Vernon Hargraves, if you put him in the right scheme and he has really good seasons after season, like he can get pretty high overall. He can get X Factor. He can get all kinds of stuff. I'll put William Jackson on there. Xavier Howard, James Bradbury even. Kendall Fuller's a superstar, I'm pretty sure, but a low overall. Who else is on this draft class? Anybody else that I could add? There's some names on here, but nobody that's like crazy. Jonathan Jones is star development. I know that. He's a pretty good player. Pretty good player. Kevin Byard is cool. Justin Simmons. We did just get rid of Earl Thomas, so maybe we need to get a new free safety. Carl Joseph, Keanu Neal, Jalen Mills to put at corner maybe. All right, so that is the 2016 NFL draft class loaded in, and the board is set. Now let's go take a look at this team and evaluate where this team is at, defending the championship, but without some of our key pieces. So quarterback Aaron Rodgers, he's now 31 years old, 10 years in the league, superstar development. He did just get that, I think, in this past episode because we won the Super Bowl. So that's nice to see. That's going to actually probably help him to slow down the regression now that he's 31. But I think now's the time for us to go all in and just try to win as many Super Bowls as possible. We have Arian Foster. We have Le'Veon Bell. It's probably going to be getting close to Arian Foster's contract. I don't remember. Did we already sign him to a new contract? He's got 2 years remaining. So maybe we capitalize on that, trade Arian Foster for some other talent, maybe a center, and then we obviously already have Le'Veon Bell waiting in the wings. So we're good on that. Wide receivers, we are just swimming in wide receiver talent with Megatron, AJ Green, Odell, Adam Thielen, Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs. Like, we've got crazy. We got more offense or more wide receiver talent than I know what to do with. As far as offensive line goes, we're really good at offensive line, except for that center position. We did draft Mitch Morse in the last episode, but he doesn't have he doesn't have a development trait, and he's a sub 70. So trading Arian Foster for maybe a starting center caliber player could be a move. And then we have Travis Kelce and then an old Vernon Davis at tight end. So maybe getting one of those tight ends would be also a very, very good move. And now we get to the defense, which is my favorite part, because this defense is crazy. We got Mario Williams, but Mario Williams is probably, yeah, he's 30 years old now. He's been with us for a while. He's got 1 year remaining. So this is his final year of the deal. So maybe we move Mario Williams to a team and we grab a replacement younger pass rusher. I'll have to think about that. Linebackers, I'm unbelievably happy with our linebackers. I couldn't be happier. Safeties I like with Landon Collins, Harrison Smith, but we could possibly get another free safety, like maybe Kevin Byard, and then move on from Harrison Smith. That's possible, although I think we just got Harrison Smith recently. Yeah, he's 26. We just drafted him recently. I think we drafted him. I'm pretty sure we did. But he could have some crazy value. And then corner, we've got Stephon Gilmore. We've got Tyrann Mathieu, AJ Bouye, Micah Hyde, like Jordan Poyer. We got some decent safeties. They are low overalls, but they're decent safeties. Or decent corners, I mean. But that Mario Williams move Mario Williams and Arian Foster could be out the door at the end of the season. That is possible. That is very, very possible, to make way for some new talent. Marshawn Lynch is in Philadelphia now. But I'm going to simulate to the Week 8 mark, get all that stuff done, catch up with you guys, and then we'll go from there. But I do think this team is good enough to repeat. I guess we'll just see how Madden Simulation, if it agrees with me or not. Most likely, it doesn't agree with me. We made it to Week 8, and we are in a very interesting situation. We're 4-3. The Vikings are 7-0, by the way. So, unless they have an epic fall-off, we're going to have to go through the wild card if we want to make the Super Bowl again. Because I don't think the Vikings are going to let that go. But we are in an interesting spot, being 4-3. I didn't think that we'd be taking this many losses early on, but I guess the team's just, maybe the center is really that big of a deal. I don't really know. As far as negotiations go, we have $73 million, and Von Miller, J.J. Watt, Tyron Smith. Does anybody need, okay, I was going to say the options. A.J. Green, Brandon Brooks, Mario, Aaron Rodgers, too, Vernon Davis. Oh, no. This is... $73 million is not enough to be able to afford all these guys. 73 is not enough. Oh no, we are in some big financial trouble right here. Well, I got to bring back Tyron Smith. I know that for a fact. We got to get Tyron back. I can't be losing offensive line help. So he's going to come back. That leaves us with $50 million to get back anybody else. And we probably need Aaron Rodgers, right? Do we let Aaron Rodgers walk after the season? He just got us a Super Bowl, but I'm not ready for I don't have a backup plan just yet. Unless we go Dak Prescott in the draft. I don't have a backup plan for Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to bring back Josh Gordon, unfortunately. At least not for $10 million. I'm not going to bring back Vernon Davis. I'm trading Mario Williams. I already told you about that. Brandon Brooks, I would like to bring back. Does he not like the scheme or something? No, he wants to be close to home in Alaska. Well... sorry about your luck, buddy, but there's not really an NFL team that's that close. I mean, maybe the 49ers or I guess the Seahawks would be the closest team to Alaska, but you're out of luck, big dog. You're out of luck. AJ Green wants $78 million. JJ wants $86 million. Vaughn wants $205 million. What's his deal? What does he not want to be here? He wants to be in Wisconsin. Oh no, he doesn't want to be. He wants to be in a warm weather state. Which is not Wisconsin. He wants to be close to home in Idaho, and you don't like the scheme fit. Well, I can only change one of those things, and that's probably not going to make that much of a difference. What about JJ? He wants to be in a warm weather. Dude, you went to Wisconsin. What are you talking about? And we don't have a mentor at the position. Mario Williams doesn't have a mentor tag? That's kind of crazy. I thought that he would have a mentor at the position. Does he not like the scheme fit? No, he likes the... So if I get J.J. Watt a mentor at the position, even though he's 26, he should probably be his own mentor at this point. But I can sign a free agent mentor and then be good to go, right? So if I go to defensive ends and find a mentor tag player like Ty Warren, who's 34 years old, not expensive, has star development, funny enough. This team would put over the salary cap. You must clear $28.86 million. Well, that is bad. That's not good, so we can't get that. And I don't think you can like customize mentor, or you can customize tags. I don't think I can give a player a tag, which I think would be cool. But how does Mario Williams not have... He has award winner, but he doesn't have freaking mentor? You're 30 years old. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I don't really know what I'm going to do. Oh, man. Okay, so the interior of the offensive line, the entire offensive line class is not that great in this one, but I already have my scout set. I guess what we're going to do is we're just going to scout tackles and we're going to have to be fine with that. We're going to have to be fine with that. So this is going to be quite the downfall of the Green Bay Packers, I have to say. What are we going to do with Rodgers? Do we franchise tag Rodgers for another season? Because 2017 is Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes. So maybe we get our guy in that draft. Maybe we franchise tag Rodgers, as we're winning a bunch of games right now, which is nice, getting us back on track. And the Vikings are still undefeated, by the way. I don't even know if we played the Vikings this season. We might have. I don't remember. I don't remember seeing them. But we make it to week 11. And I do not know what we're going to do. I do not know what we are going to do at all. I got to know about Dak all the way then. if I'm going to go that route, we got to know all the way about Dak. And then we're probably going to need a running back to back up Le'Veon Bell after we trade Arian Foster. So we're going to need to know about that. We already know Tyreek's good. Let's see. So I'm not really too upset about losing AJ Green because obviously Tyreek is here. So that's a good replacement. But we're now probably going to need a tight end because we're going to lose Vernon Davis. I was already thinking about getting a tight end. And now the fact that we could be losing Vernon Davis, or we will be losing Vernon Davis, is interesting. But the offensive line class is just not that good. It's simply not that good. There's a couple good players, but not enough for me to replace the guys that we have on the team. That's why I needed to get Tyron Smith back. And then defensively, we know that I'm pretty sure Yannick Ngakoue is superstar. He could be star, but I'm pretty sure he's superstar. I also need to know how many draft picks we even have. How many draft picks do we even have? Let's go take a look. So we currently have what type of draft picks? We currently have the 11th pick from Oakland and then our own. So we have 2 first-round picks, we have 2 second-round picks, 2 third-round picks. I must have made some trade with Seattle I don't remember about. And then we have all of our own picks the next couple of years. Okay, so having 2 first-round picks is good. Hopefully the Raiders continue to lose. But man, this is going to get tricky. This is going to get tricky. Mainly because neither one of these 2 guys want to be here. If they wanted to be here, we probably wouldn't have to overpay. But if I'm going to use my franchise tag on Aaron Rodgers, then I'm gonna be in big time trouble. Like, what about if I offer Rodgers a super bad deal as his first offer? So then obviously he'll decline it. And then we can franchise tag him later. So let's offer him like $9 million and take his bonus down tremendously as well. I want to keep Rodgers, but I can't. I got to keep other players. I can't keep Rodgers for too many extended years. So we offer him this contract. He's going to decline it clearly. Yeah. And then next time we come into the screen, we can see what the franchise tag is. I have a sneaky suspicion the franchise tag is going to be like 30 million or something, and that's going to be pretty tough. But we need to get Brandon Brooks back, and he's expensive. What's his deal? Why doesn't he want to be here? Because he wants... Oh, that's right, because he wants to be close to Alaska. I forgot he was the one who wanted to be Alaska. Ugh, you two, I hate you. I hate you both. The fact that you want to be... You don't want to be here. All right, we've got some very big decisions to make in the off-season portion of this episode, but we're going to simulate the rest of the season. I will catch you guys at the end of the year. We made it to the end of the year, and like I predicted, the Vikings did not have their fall off. They finished 15-2, so whoever's on this Vikings team is cracked. We finished 11-6, do make the playoffs, as I'm assuming the 5 seed, but I don't know. Yeah, the 5 seed. We're taking on the Saints, who were the last team to win their division, or the lowest record, the worst record to win their division, basically, is what I wanted to say. So we take them on in the wild card. But this, I mean, the playoffs are fine. I don't know if it's going to go our way this year, but the off season's where I'm focused right now. 3,900 yards, 29 touchdowns, 10 interceptions for Rodgers is a good season. It's a fine season. Foster had 1,300 yards and 13 touchdowns. 2 1,000-yard receivers. AJ Green had 1,100 yards and 13 touchdowns. Megatron had 1,000 yards with 4 touchdowns, and then Odell had a decent season through the air. Nobody really wanted to throw him the ball in the end zone, though. Kelsey had 8 touchdowns. And then defensively, 134 tackles from Bobby Wagner. No surprise there. Von Miller, 90. 79 for Landon Collins. 75 for Gilmore. 70 for Mario. It's a me, Mario. 14 tackles for loss for Aaron Donald. Mario had 12. JJ had 9. 7 for Von Miller. And then the sack leader, we were putting up crazy sack numbers. 15.5 for JJ Watt. 14 for Mario. 12 for Aaron Donald. 4.5 for Von Miller, 4 for Khalil Mack, 2 for Tyrann Mathieu interception-wise, 1 for Wagner, Smith, Hightower, Gilmore, and Landon Collins. So those are your interception numbers, all your stats for this season. Like I said, the playoffs are fine. We've already got our championship with this core group of guys. So if we happen to lose, and we're going up against the Vikings in the divisional round, that's kind of crazy. I'm pretty sure when I looked at the top of the schedule, we played the Vikings in Week 18 and lost to them. So I don't have a good feeling about this. I guess we'll find out. Miracles can happen, and they do. 41-35, we beat the 15-win Vikings. And we are playing in the NFC title game against the Arizona Cardinals. We will jump in to try to help the team win. But, I mean, we're already riding the highest high of all highs by beating the Vikings. Crazy scenes. Anything can happen in the playoffs. Let's go and get an NFC title. It's time, baby. NFC Championship. Packers-Cardinals. The defending Super Bowl champions had a tough road to get to this point, but we are here. I can't honestly believe we beat the Vikings. That somehow got picked off. Aaron, I'm going to need you to explain how that ball went the way that it did. That was the first pass of the game, by the way. I'm going to need you to explain how this ball goes this way. So I'm drifting a little bit, but I set my feet. Look at this separation. There's like a 10-yard gap between the guy that I'm throwing to, which is Calvin Johnson, and the corner that, or the player that picks off for the Cardinals. He stops on a dime, and this ball just like does not go anywhere near where I wanted it. I wanted this ball up here, like up here where Calvin can go get it. This ball goes right to the defender for the Cardinals. It's underthrown tremendously. Look how much space Megatron has over here. He could take this for like 10 extra yards, maybe even 15 yards. But I don't even know what happened with that one. So that's not a good start to the game. We'll see what happens, although they gave the ball right back to us, I'm assuming, because we got the ball pretty quickly right after that. They kick a field goal. Our offense can't really do anything at the moment. There we go. We scored a touchdown. Needed that. Absolutely needed that. We put another one on the board. It's 14-3. Just like that, we've built a pretty comfortable lead right now, but they get another field goal. You're not going to be able to beat us with field goals. And they're continuing to kick field goals. You can't beat me with field goals. I'm too good to get beat by field goals. Watch me get beat by field goals. Is Odell white? He is. Odell's player model is white. That's hilarious. But he's got a first down catch, so I'll take it. On fourth down, that was a big catch. Third down now. Ooh, the clock is running out. I'm going to send Calvin to the end zone. I'm also going to change AJ Green's route. I'm going to try to make that center, or that safety that's playing center field, I'm going to try to make him make a decision. Megatron, the controller disconnected and it was picked off anyway. Yay! Instead of making the safety make a decision, I just got picked off by the corner instead. Fantastic. But it looks like, oh, Colin Kaepernick's the quarterback for the Cardinals. No wonder they're not getting touchdowns. 24-9 in the fourth quarter. Looks like we're going to get this game done. We do. They put a touchdown on the board at the end of the game to make it look a little bit more close than it was. But we are going back to the Super Bowl for the second straight year and a chance to properly defend our crown as Super Bowl champions, which is nice. Man, when this playoff run started, I did not think we'd be in this spot, getting back to the Super Bowl, especially with how the Vikings played this year. They were false. They were frauds. They were really good in the regular season, but they could not get it done when it came to the big moments, the bright lights in the playoffs. But we've got experience. We got a veteran quarterback who's been there, done that, won a championship, and now he's back again against the Tennessee Titans. Titans don't have a good history in the Super Bowl. They've been there one time, and they lost by like 2 yards. So they don't have a good history of being in the bowl. And their splits are horrible. They got an 81 offense, 83 defense, 81 overall. How did they even get to this point? Who did they beat? They were the 7 seed. They beat the Browns. Then they go and play the Dolphins in Miami. They beat them 21-3. Then they have to go to Pittsburgh and beat the Steelers 14-12. The Titans are on a Cinderella run of all Cinderella runs, but they're coming against the buzzsaw that is the defending champs. There's no way they can beat us. Absolutely no way. Mark it down. We will be back-to-back champs. We are here in the Super Bowl against the Tennessee Titans. They're on the board first. It's 3-0. Okay, defense, are you not going to show up? It's 10-0. Offense needs to do some stuff here too. I'd appreciate it. And there we go, 10-7. Good job. Now the defense needs to play good. It's 13-7. Come on, boys. Let's figure it out. We're almost to halftime here. Titans are trying to make it so that they win a championship, but I don't want them to. Halftime is approaching. I'm going to fire that into A.J. Green. It's knocked incomplete. It's 4th and 3. The fact that that ball can't get to A.J. Green is crazy. We do kick the field goal, so it's 13-10. Come on, boys. They give it back. We got to drive. We got to drive. 3rd and 1, 4th quarter, down by 3. I trust our X-Factor running back, Arian Foster. Get the run. Get the first down. He's got it. Thank you, Arian. Thank you. I appreciate that. And now we're at the 6. A chance to take the lead in the Super Bowl. Rodgers. Snaps. Waits. Has nothing. Fires it away. Intentional grounding because I didn't want to take the sack. They played that really well. They covered their zones. I had to take the intentional grounding there. I didn't have another option. I guess taking the sack was the other option, but I didn't want to take the sack. I did not want to take that sack. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this play action read and have A.J. Green be wide open. And he is. Rodgers delivers. It's a touchdown. Perfectly executed. A.J. Green, touchdown. Packers back on top. Well, on top for the first time, I should say. Come on, defense. Step it up. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. All right, defense. All right, I should say all right, offense. We need the offense to play a little bit better here. There's the snap. There's the play action. There's the set feet. There's the catch by A.J. Green. And the first down. 2-minute warning. Gets us to 3rd and inches. We could take the field goal, I guess, but I don't want to take the field goal. I want to take the touchdown. I want to win this game. Go quickly. That's Calvin Johnson. Bada bing, bada bang. Keep moving the ball down the field. We got 3rd and 8 now. Under a minute to go. 2 timeouts. Well, not under a minute. I guess now a minute to go. And we hit Travis Kelce, or we don't hit Travis Kelce at all. Aaron Rodgers had the most incomplete pass I've ever seen in my life. And they want us to kick a field goal. That's fine. We can play for overtime. I'm fine by me. Just don't let them get a field goal. Okay, perfect. We're into overtime, and we need to score. I think they already had their possession, so I'm pretty sure this is sudden death. Next team wins, or next team scores, that wins. Okay, Arian Foster not going to get anything there. Maybe a play action pylon. Even though we're not... Oh my god, the play action did not work. Brian Arakpo was not fooled by the play action whatsoever. He came right after Aaron Rodgers in the backfield and got me. Not ideal. I'll just say that, not ideal. Who's going to be open here, though? Oh, this could be money. It's Odell Beckham Jr. He's got space. And the white Odell Beckham Jr. is going to walk off in the Super Bowl. Did we just win? Tell me that's a walk-off for the white Odell. It's not a walk-off, okay. It's not a walk-off. But it could be if we finish this game here. Jamarcus Russell is the quarterback of the Tennessee Titans in the Super Bowl. Finish him. Finish him. Tackle him. Finish him. It's ball game. The Green Bay Packers are back-to-back champs. The Green Bay Packers are back-to-back world champions. Aaron Rodgers, 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. Calvin Johnson's got 2 rings. J.J. Watt's got 2 rings. Arian Foster's got 2 rings. Odell. Tyrann Mathieu. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful sight. The most unlikely of trips to the Super Bowl. I mean, we were the 5 seed. We had to play the Vikings, who won 15 games in their building, and we beat them. Insanity. We had to go to overtime against the Titans in the Super Bowl. Like, what a crazy playoff run. But it ends as it should, with that man right there as a Super Bowl champion, a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Unfortunately, we are probably going to have to make some massive changes now with all these guys. Probably not going to have Aaron Rodgers as the quarterback anymore, unless, like I said, that franchise tag could be the only possibility. Now, I have to keep it in my mind. Do not simulate past the season recap. Or, no, don't even go to the season recap. Don't even go to the season recap, Juice. Make all the trades now. Do not go to the season recap, because that will be... We can't do anything else after that. We can't sign in, or we can't make any trades. We're going to be negative money. So, do not go. What is the... I'm going to find out the next time we see this what the franchise tag is for Aaron Rodgers. Although we might not even care about the franchise tag. Maybe I should just trade Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to trade J.J. Watt, though. Out of everybody here, I want to keep J.J. Watt. I think Von Miller, we might have to move on. I don't even know if J.J. would accept this. We have to pretty much overpay him like crazy because he doesn't want to be here. You don't have the salary cap to make that move. Okay, I guess I don't have the salary cap to make that move. What about if I lower the money slightly? He's going to come back. Okay, so we have $1.7 million, and we have to trade all these guys before I simulate. So let's get trading. First off, I'm going to trade Aaron Rodgers. Oh, I can't trade Aaron Rodgers because I have negative money. Oh, no. I thought that I had positive money. Maybe I would have had the... Oh, the Raiders gave me the 5th pick, by the way. Well, I was going to trade Mario anyway. So if I stack Mario Williams and Arian Foster together, that gets us to $1.96 million. And then what about if I stack... who else needs a new contract? It was AJ Green. He's got $27 million. If I stack these guys together, that doesn't even free up the money? That's kind of crazy. Wait. What about if I do Von Miller? That's -9. So I still don't even have enough money. Trent Williams. Oh, I think it's because their cap hit right now isn't high enough, I would guess. And I can't trade more than 3 players at a time, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything for these guys. And that's upset. That makes me upset. I'm going to lose so much talent for nothing. Yeah, I can't accept that trade. What about if I pair all of them together and then try to trade? I mean, look at the talent. Look at the talent I can bring in. I should be getting a bunch of first-round picks, really. Due to salary cap restrictions, this offer cannot be accepted. I want the offer to be accepted. I don't... so am I not going to get anything for any of these guys? Really? That's upsetting. I mean, I guess now I don't have a choice but to go to the next week, right? I guess I could, in theory, restructure some contracts. But I don't even know if that would free up enough money. Maybe. Let's try to restructure... Trent Williams, and then we can restructure... Arian Foster. No, let's not do Arian Foster. Let's do Khalil Mack. I can't do Khalil Mack. Let's do the next person I can do, David DeCastro. Okay, so I restructured those 2 deals. Now, what happens if I put all 3 of them in the trade finder? So what about if I put Mario Williams in here? That brings it down to $4 million. What about if I put AJ Green next to him? That makes it -$3 million. What about if I put Arian Foster in there as well? That's 5.5. So I can make a trade here. I can trade away all 3 of these guys. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get back the kind of value that I think I should. I'm not going to be able to get back the value I think I should be able to. But I probably should be able to get the first overall pick for all 3 of these guys, right? The Jets have the first overall pick. They also have the second. I want to get your first round pick for the next few seasons, and I'm going to need a player. I'm going to need a player if I'm going to get rid of all these guys. So you're going to have to give me... Jermaine Gresham's a little too expensive. You're going to have to give me... You're going to have to give me Zach Martin, too. So... submit this for all 3 of these players. That would take me over the salary cap. No, that would take the Jets over the salary cap. They have no money. So New York, is anybody going to be able to accept this? The Patriots can. What's their draft pick? They have pick 10. Okay, who else has cap space? Nobody has enough cap space to take on this much money, which is understandable. The Colts do, and the Colts have pick 16. So the Colts and the Patriots are the only teams that have enough money to take on this amount of talent. So I'm going to ask for pick 10. I'm going to ask for all these first-round picks, and they're going to have to give me a player like Tom Brady. No, I'm just kidding. You're going to have to give me... Man, I feel bad for this Patriots team. There's nobody here. This team is not great. You're going to have to give me probably Eric Armstead, I'd have to say. Yeah, you're going to have to give me Eric Armstead. Or maybe D Ford. Yeah, give me D Ford. Give me D Ford plus all this capital. Accept it. That's kind of crazy, the fact that it's almost accepted. Since what I'm asking for is kind of insane. What about if I give you a 3rd round pick this year? Because I don't need two third round picks. Okay, and then we go to 2018 and I give you a 2nd round pick. How's that? Trade declined. I can give you a 1st round pick in 2018. I'm fine with that. I can trade down and get extra 1st round picks later on. Okay. And then I can go to 2017 and give them a 3rd round pick. And the trade offer is almost accepted. I guess I can give you a 2nd round pick in 2017. And boom, Mario Williams, AJ Green, Arian Foster, a 1st in 2018, a 2nd in 2017, and a 3rd this year gets us D Ford, 3 1st round picks, and a 2nd this year. That's a lot. I just traded away a whole heck of a lot. But I got back a good amount. I feel comfortable with that. We still have $2 million. And I need to trade away some more people, right? I probably need to trade away Rodgers. Because I'm not going to be able to get him. Oh, that's right. Von Miller. So none of these guys are going to have any value. Josh Gordon's not going to have any value. I don't even think Vernon Davis is going to have any value, but I'll throw him in there. I'll throw him in there. We got to throw Rodgers in there. Although, I might... You know what? I don't think I'm going to throw Rodgers in there. I think I'm going to bite the bullet on the franchise tag. So I'm going to trade Von Miller, trade Brandon Brooks, and trade Vernon Davis, and then bite the bullet on the franchise tag. Just so we can have Aaron Rodgers for one more season. And then we'll move on from him after that. So we have 3 first-round picks now, thanks to the Patriots. We have 3 second-round picks, thanks to the Patriots. But we need to trade Von Miller, Vernon Davis, and Brandon Brooks. So Brandon Brooks got to get traded, and then where's Von Miller at? There he is. All right, so all 3 of these guys got to get got, and we can get back some pretty decent talent, but I'm not looking for the... Oh, we can get Arian Foster back. I'm not looking for the guys that they're suggesting. I'm going to make my own trade. Now, what teams can accept this money? The Colts do, but we already looked at their draft. The Cowboys have pick 25. The Dolphins have pick 27. Who else has money? The Lions have money, and the Lions have pick 8. Okay, now we're talking with the Detroit Lions. We already traded with the Patriots. All right, so that's about it. We recycle back to the Lions because they have the highest pick possible. So Detroit, you give me that pick. You give me that pick. You give me that pick. And then you also give me a backup tight end in... Actually, I don't want any of your backup tight ends. So you just got to give me somebody like maybe Dante Fowler. Give me Dante Fowler and all this, and I would be a happy boy. Actually, you know what? Give me even more, because I'm giving you Von Miller, so you got to give me even more than what I'm asking for. You're getting back a pretty good player in Von Miller, and Lord knows you could certainly need that. So give me back a 2017-7 as well, since I already got rid of mine. Accept the trade. Okay, the trade was not accepted. I guess Brandon Brooks and Vernon Davis don't have as much value as Mario Williams does. So I don't need the 2018 first-round pick, so I'll take that out. Okay, I guess I don't need the 2017 second round pick. You know what? I don't need the pick this year. I don't need the pick this year. I need the picks next year, though. Or the years after. So, oops, I took out all the picks. But give me all of this. So, 2 first-round picks, a second, and Dante Fowler. Trade offer is almost accepted. Okay, I don't need the 2018 first. And the controller went out. Hold on. It'll come back. This is not as good value as I should be getting for Von Miller since he's 26 years old. But I'm fine with it if it helps us build the team in the future. So let's go to the draft. And let's give up a 3rd round pick in 2018. That gets us pretty close. I can go to a second. I'm not going to give a first. I can go to a second, though. And that gets pretty close in 2018. And then I can give up... I mean, I have 3 second-round picks this year. I don't think I'm going to need all those. So I'll trade my this year's second, keep my second from 2018. That helps out a lot. And then I'll give like a 4th round pick in 2018. How's that? Maybe a 3rd? It might need 2 seconds, actually. I don't really want to give up 2 seconds, but I will. I don't even know 2 seconds is going to get it done. 2 seconds doesn't get it done. I don't need Dante Fowler, I guess. It'd just be cool to have him. It'd be cool to have Dante Fowler. What about if I give up a 3rd round pick in 2017? Oh, that's so close. That's so close. I guess the only thing that I can do now is to upgrade the 2nd round pick. I have back-to-back seconds. I guess I can give them pick 43, and maybe that puts it through. But I'm not getting near enough value that I feel like I should. I feel like I'm giving up more value than I should be getting back. And they accept that. So Von Miller, Brandon Brooks, and Vernon Davis, along with a couple seconds and a 3rd, gets us Dante Fowler, a 1st round pick, and a 2nd round pick in 2017. Now we can actually move on, but our draft capital looks kind of crazy now. Because we have 3 first round picks this year. We have 2 seconds this year, a 3rd, a 4, and a 5. But then next year in 2017, which is the draft that really matters, we have 3 first round picks, a 2nd, and then a 4 and a 5. But then we have a 2018 first from New England, thankfully. So, and I can trade down in this year's draft because I don't think I'm going to be using all these draft picks this year in 2016 in the 1st round. So I might even trade down to get more draft pick capital during the draft, which is probably going to be what I do. All right, so with those trades being made, we get a bunch of draft capital back in return, and we get some decent players, I guess. We got Dante Fowler back. We got some okay stuff. So if I go to this, then we've got the offensive line looking okay. Wide receivers are looking good. We need a tight end. We need a backup tight end for sure. We need an outside linebacker now. We've got... Who's this? Wait. Why is Landon Collins not here? So Harrison Smith needs to start. So Landon Collins go back up here, and then Harrison Smith goes up here. Okay, that's perfect. I don't know why that switched, but... We've got D Ford. I can move D Ford to outside linebacker, and we can move Dante Fowler to outside linebacker. Either one. Doesn't really matter. Or I guess we can move Khalil Mack to inside. But that wouldn't really make any sense. We should probably keep him out there. We'll figure it out. We've got a good team, though. We've got a really good team. Now we just need to go to the draft and figure out what we've got. So let me go, hold on. Let me go to re-sign players, make sure I've got everything. So Rodgers, like I said, we're going to bite the bullet and get the franchise tag on him. We're going to be severely negative, and we're going to obviously accept the option on Le'Veon Bell. But yeah, okay, so we can move now. We can simulate to the re-sign period, or I guess to the off-season period. All right. So we now get to this re-sign period. We do some upgrades real quick, and we can see who won the MVP of the Super Bowl and all that good stuff. So season recap. It is Aaron Rodgers wins MVP of the Super Bowl. Makes sense. He didn't get the last one. Von Miller did. but that's back-to-back champs. Derek Anderson of the Browns won MVP. He won back-to-back. Derek Anderson's the GOAT. Derek Anderson's the GOAT of all GOATs. Demaryius Thomas, rest in peace, gets Offensive Player of the Year for the Browns, so he's getting the yards that Derek Anderson's throwing. Chris Long gets Defensive Player of the Year for the Bills. Todd Gurley, Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Steelers, so their Le'Veon Bell replacement is Todd Gurley. And then Danielle Hunter for the Dolphins is the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kind of a weird universe we're living in right now where Derek Anderson is a freaking two-time MVP. That's kind of insane if you think about it. Kind of insane. But now here's the moment of truth. Aaron Rodgers, what is your franchise tag? Accept the option on Le'Veon Bell. The last chance to negotiate with Rodgers. We're going to drop this down tremendously. I could just start Denard Robinson or Jimmy Garoppolo. I guess that's a possibility. But we're going to drop this down tremendously. He's going to say free agency is better. What's the franchise tag? It's $64 million. Oh my God. Okay, maybe we're not going to bite the bullet on the franchise tag. No. I'm not paying Aaron Rodgers for one season, even though he's probably the best chance we have to repeat, or three-peat, I should say. I'm not trading Aaron Rodgers, or I'm not paying him $64 million for a single season of work. That's just simply not going to be the thing that I do. So what we're going to do is, we're going to trade Rodgers for probably some sort of quarterback. I could trade him for Derek Anderson. We're going to trade him for something. And we're just going to have to ride it out with what we have. Because I'm not trading I'm not signing Aaron Rodgers to a... Oh, that's funny. The Cowboys have both of Griffin and Cousins. I'm not signing him to a $64 million franchise tag. Even though it is for just one season, I'm not doing that. That's just simply not what I'm going to do. You know how bad... JP Lossman, by the way, is a X-Factor quarterback. He got the franchise tag for $64 million, or at least he's got a contract for $64 million. I might go for RG3, although Jamarcus Russell did just get a team to the Super Bowl. There's Jameis. I might go for RG3 for a season. If you give me RG3 and your 2017 first and then a 2018 first and second, you give me all this, then I will accept the deal. Okay. How about you don't give me a 2017? We already have a bunch of 2017. We don't need any more of those. That's more like it. Okay. I can give you another player, too. I can give you a bunch of free agents if you want. We could just start Denard or Jimmy, but where's the fun in that? Where is the fun in that? I can also give you Josh Gordon, and I guess I can give you Adam Thielen. I can also give you somebody. Danny Trevathan. How's that? Okay, that didn't really help too much. Didn't really help too much. But that's okay, because I have draft picks. How about a 4th rounder this year? Trade declined. How about a 6th rounder in 2018? Trade declined. How about a 5th rounder in 2018? Trade declined. How about a 4th rounder in 2018? Trade accepted. So Aaron Rodgers is a Dallas Cowboy. That's kind of crazy to think about. But I'm not paying him 63 million, whatever it was, for one more season. I was not going to do that. So RG3, now the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. And more importantly, that deal gets us... I should probably give him his college. He went to Baylor. I should note that also gave us a 2nd first-round pick in 2018. So now we have the Patriots 2018 first-round pick, and we have... what number did he wear in Washington? He can wear number 1. That's fine. But that gives us now the Patriots first round pick in 2018, and it gives us the Cowboys first round pick in 2018. So RG3 is now a member of the Green Bay Packers, and Aaron Rodgers, if they re-sign him, is a member of the Dallas Cowboys. This has been quite the episode, I will say that. This has been quite the episode. We have $150,000 in available cap room. Obviously, I can't do anything with that. Did they end up signing Aaron Rodgers? It looks like they did. They must have re-signed him on something. So good for them. Good for them. They re-signed Aaron Rodgers. And now he's playing in Dallas. What'd they give him, though? Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious what they signed Rodgers to. So they signed Aaron Rodgers to an 8-year contract. Oh, no, that's us. They didn't re-sign him. They didn't re-sign him yet? Okay, whatever. I guess let's go to the preseason. When we get to the preseason, we'll check and see what his contract looks like. But now we can't sign anybody in free agency, so we just got to go to the draft. We have a bunch of first-round picks, including the 5th overall pick and the 10th overall pick. I'm probably not going to use both of those. I may even trade the 5th. Trade back the 5th, depending on who they have us taking in the mock draft. Or I guess not who we're taking, but who's being taken around us. That'll be the more important thing. Okay, so let's get going here. Mock draft number 5 is upon us. Let's take a look at the mock draft. So they got Bosa going 1, Tunsil 2, Buckner 3, Ramsey 4, and then us with Zeke. Very interesting. We also have Henry at 10. Very interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade the 5th pick and then draft somebody at 10. I don't want Bosa. I don't need Bosa. I don't need Tunsil. I don't need Buckner. I don't need Ramsey. Don't need Zeke. There's going to be other running backs later in these drafts, so we don't need Zeke. Leonard Floyd is cool, but we don't necessarily need him. I think I'm going to stick at 10 because 10's just not going to have as much value as 5 is, and 5's really not going to have that much value either, if you think about it. But at 10, we can take maybe Derrick Henry. Maybe I stick and take Derrick Henry to be the backup to Le'Veon Bell, because we do need a running back. But there's a lot of possibilities there, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade number 5. It's not going to have a lot of value, so I'm not going to be able to get back a crazy amount. But we'll see what we can do. So I will finish up on Dak to find out how good he is officially. We don't need to do it on Tyreek. I would like to know about Tyler Higbee, though, all the way. And then, who else should I use this on? Probably an outside linebacker like Deion Jones. Although I know how good Deion Jones is. I don't need to waste it on him. But I don't remember how good Miles Jack is. Where do they have Deion Jones getting taken, though? That's the big question. I didn't see that. Was he a late first-round pick? Where was he at? Deion Jones is projected to get taken at pick number... not in the first round. So I can stick at 32 and take Deion Jones. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get going. All right. I got a plan. You got a plan. I got a plan. Let's do this. Start drafting. Number 1 pick in the draft, the New York Jets will take Joseph Bosa. Number 2, Laramie Tunsil headed to the Rams. DeForest Buckner is in Carolina. And Jalen Ramsey is in Baltimore. So the mock draft is correct. But now we're going to trade the 5th overall pick. Where do we trade the 5th overall pick? That's a good question. We need to not only get first-round picks, because we have a couple of those already. We're pretty good on first-round picks. We need to get more second, third-round picks, because I did trade a few of those away. So who's going to give me the best deal? Maybe Miami? They're not giving me a 2016 pick, but they're giving me a 2017 first and second and a 2018 second. That's a decent deal. That is not that bad. The Texans are giving me a 2016 second. I don't really want that. At least not right now, I don't. Seattle's giving me a lot. They're giving me the 18th overall pick. They're giving me a 2017 second and a 2017 third and a 2017 fourth. So that's decent. Patriots are giving me a lot, but I've already taken all their stuff, so I don't need any more from the Patriots. And I can't tie myself to one team, because what if the Patriots are good in 2018? What's going to happen there? Let's see. Let's just see. I like the Jaguars pick. They're giving me a 2016 first and third, and then a 2017 second. Or not 2017 second, 2017 first. That's not that bad. But I kind of like this Miami deal, now that I think about it. I kind of like the Miami deal. Yeah, I'm not getting another first-round pick this year, but that's not that big of a deal. And we're getting a 2017 second, which is super useful, plus a 2018 second, which is a little bit useful. But I'd like to get a 2018 second and third if I could. I don't think anybody's offering me that combination. No, it doesn't look like anybody's offering me the combination I'm specifically looking for. Not even the Patriots are offering me that. Lions, Jets, Jaguars. Yeah, nobody's giving me that specific combination of picks that I'd like. Carolina's is intriguing because I get first, second, and third from 2017. The Rams is intriguing. Seattle, I like Seattle's because they're giving me a second, third, and four in 2017, plus still a pick in this year's draft at 18. So I don't mind that one. But I feel like I could do a little bit better. I feel like I could do a little bit better, but maybe I can't. 2 seconds and a first. Is that better than Seattle's? 2 seconds and a first instead of a first, a second, a third, and a four. So do we value staying in this draft? Like, because if I trade with the Dolphins, then I don't have an extra pick. I have the 10th and the 32nd. I wouldn't get the 18th. But if I had the 18th, maybe that would help us out. Maybe that is more important. Maybe I should go with this one. But they're not giving me anything in 2018, and maybe 2018 is what I need a little bit more. Hold on, let me back out for a second. Readjust. Let me look at our capital. Let me look at the draft capital. So if I were to trade with the Dolphins, that would give me a first-round pick in 2017, which would add number 4. Then we'd also get a second-round pick in 2017, which would be our second, but we don't have a third. And then we get a second-round pick in 2018. So the Seattle pick would give us another first-round pick here, which we'd swap 5 and 18. But it would also give me a second, third, and fourth in 2017. Okay, now that I think about it, Seattle's might be the better deal. Okay, I'm gonna do Seattle's. Now that I'm looking at what we're gonna do Seattle's pick. We're gonna go stay in this draft at pick 18. We're just gonna move down to pick 18. But then we're gonna pick up a bunch of picks in 2017 that's gonna help me out. So Seattle, thanks for doing business with the boys. And you can take somebody here. I don't care who it is. You take Leonard Floyd. Fine. Have Leonard Floyd. But now we get to an interesting spot at pick number 10 because this is where we were projected to take Derrick Henry. Zeke's still on the board, by the way. I didn't even realize that. He was supposed to go top 5. But Hargraves is on the board. Zeke is on the board. Well, this changes some things because I was talking about we were projected to take Derrick Henry. But now that now that Zeke's on the board, Ronnie Stanley's still here. Hargraves is here. Like there's some good players still available at pick 10 that I didn't think were going to be here. I kind of want to take... How good was Dak, by the way? I didn't even look. Dak is a round 2 to 3 talent. Perfect. I'm tempted to take Ronnie Stanley. I know we don't necessarily need tackle help, but he might be just too good to pass up on. And the guard class is not really that great. Maybe I take Vernon Hargreaves at number 10. I've talked about how he's very talented and he can develop very quickly. You know what? I think I'm going to take Vernon Hargreaves here. Let's grab a corner. We know he's going to be developing pretty good. That's a nice pickup. And I don't feel as bad because we have pick 18. If we didn't have pick 18, then I'd feel a little bit more concerned with taking Vernon Hargreaves there. And if Zeke falls to me at 18, I'm going to take him. And Zeke does fall. I can't pass up Zeke at 18. I'm going to take Ezekiel Elliott. The backup to Le'Veon Bell. I mean, he fell to 18. That's too easy. I can't pass that up. I cannot pass that up. And now we see what happens with the rest of the first round here until we get to pick 32. Kevin Dodd goes. Emmanuel Ogbah. A lot of offensive linemen are slipping in the first round here. Carson Wentz goes to Buffalo. There goes Ronnie Stanley. Now the offensive linemen are starting to go. Okay, so it just took them late first round to get going. And this is where I'm going to take Deion Jones. I'm not going to risk it. I know I could take Kenny Clark here, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to grab Deion Jones. We need outside linebacker, and we know Deion Jones is a freak. So, going to take him with our 32nd pick. Cannot risk that. And we'll see what's available at pick 10 of the second round. I'm assuming there's going to be some decent people on the board because some guys were slipping. I would have considered taking Xavier Howard if he was there at 10, but he just got taken earlier. So Paxton Lynch got taken. Yikes. So Kenny Clark is still available. Well, I got to take Kenny Clark then because I talked about him earlier, how I never get him. So it looks like I'm grabbing myself Kenny Clark here in the second round. That's pretty good value. I like Kenny Clark. He's a good player. That's good value. This is shaping up to be quite the draft class. We're getting ourselves quite the class. I do need to come away with a tight end. I can't forget about that. So I probably have to spend this other second round pick on the tight end. Because I have Travis Kelce right now, but probably need to get somebody else. So there's a couple corners on the board. Nobody really that piques the interest. I know Joe Tooney's there, but I think he's normal development in this. Hooper and Higbee are still available. Really? Day 3 for Tyler Higbee? Is it just because he's not fast? He's 4.77. I mean, he's got all the attributes you want as far as a receiving tight end. And then Austin Hooper, not as good, actually. I think I might be able to get Tyler Higbee in the third round, so I don't want to waste my second round pick on Tyler Higbee. I don't want to draft Tooney because I'm pretty sure he's normal development. And that's just going to be a waste. I could grab Yannick Ngakoue, or I could grab Kevin Byard. I might grab Kevin Byard here. Let's get a free safety. Boom. Kevin Byard on the team. I talked about possibly getting him, and now we actually do end up getting him. And Joe Tooney goes the next pick. I mean, I could have grabbed him, but I'm pretty sure he's normal development. I'm pretty sure he's a low overall. And if he's not normal development, then he's still a low overall. So I like what I did there. And then we are going to simulate to our next user pick. All right, we don't have a 4th round pick. Who was I going to grab? Oh, I was going to grab Higbee, that's right. Higbee or Dak, I guess. Does Dak make it to the 4th round? Oh, Dak's going to be gone, actually, because I don't have a 4th round pick. So if I want Tyler Higbee, I got to grab him now. But if I want Dak, I got to grab him now, because he's not going to make it to the 5th round. But we did just get RG3. We have Jimmy Garoppolo. We have Denard Robinson, so we don't really need Dak. So let's get a tight end. And I'm going to take Tyler Higbee. I know it says he's a true talent day 3, but I can't pass up on that Tyler Higbee. He looks really good. And we need a backup tight end. So, boom, Tyler Higbee on the board. Now we go to the 5th round, and we see what is available. We see what is available. I still can't believe that Zeke fell all the way to 18. I can't. That's some crazy value right there. So, Judon, it's Jonathan Jones, and it's Jalen Mills. Okay, I'm going to grab... I'll grab Jonathan Jones here. Normal development, but he's another solid corner to pair alongside Vernon Hargreaves. He's depth at that point. He's fine depth. And now we make it to the final pick that we have in this draft. Roberto Aguayo is here. I think we need a kicker, right? Because Graham Gano left. So we'll grab Roberto Aguayo just to be a kicker for us. Who cares? Doesn't really matter. And that is the draft. So I think that draft shaped up to be a pretty decent one. Because we got some really good value for some players that I didn't think were going to be there when we took them. Vernon Hargreaves is 79, Zeke's a 78, Deion Jones is 77, Kenny Clark's a 73, Byard's a 70, Higbee's a 70, and then these two guys are 67, 68, but that's some really good value. We got Zeke at pick 18 of the first round when he was supposed to go top 5. Best player in the class is Jalen Ramsey, then Nick Martin, then Jalen Smith, then Josh Doxson, Corey Coleman, but then Vernon Hargreaves and Zeke right up there. So pretty good class that we brought in. Pretty good class. And then 2017, we loaded up draft picks for. So we are going to be locked and loaded for next episode in 2017, possibly getting our new franchise quarterback, whether it's Deshaun Watson or Patrick Mahomes. It's probably going to be Patrick Mahomes, if we're being honest. It's probably going to be Patrick. So we load everybody in. Offensive line doesn't look as strong without Brandon Brooks there, but it still looks good. Receiving core looks great. Oh, I forgot about Tyreek Hill. Oops. Receiving core looks great. Quarterback could be the only thing holding us back there. Deion Jones now fills in that spot. Kevin Byard shoots in there. Now we have a logjam at strong safety, but we can move Harrison Smith after the season if we need to, because he's a little bit older. But I like the linebacking core. I like the defensive line. Dante Fowler's an X factor, so we're going to have to figure out how to free up some space for that. And the cornerback room looks great now with the addition of Vernon Hargreaves. So this team is just as good as they were last year, or the past 2 years when we won 2 championships. So that's going to do it for the video, though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was quite the eventful offseason. It was quite the eventful video in general, but quite the eventful offseason. Getting rid of a lot of players that were crucial to those 2 championships. But that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.